One of the interesting aspects of the West is the names that were put on the land. Of course, the Spanish were out there first, and they named a great deal of the country, in the Southwest at least, and to some extent in the Northwest. And then the French came out from the east and settled in Canada and came down over the border into the Dakotas and Minnesota and Montana and Wyoming and that country, and they left some names on the land. But usually, the people who came west had to name them themselves, and they named eventually every butte and every creek. There's one creek out in the west called Wet Bottom Creek. The reason for its name is very obvious. Some cowboy got bucked off and found himself in a sitting position in a shallow creek and had a very wet bottom, so the creek got that name. Devil's Lake, North Dakota, which was a place that's very important in a couple of my stories, was named because an Indian tribe, a bunch of the Sioux, went off on a war party, and they were gone for some little time, and when they came back in canoes across Devil's Lake, and their families were waiting for them on the other side to hear how the battle came out. And obviously they had won the battle because they were holding up spears with scalps on it and everything, and then a terrible storm hit them, and suddenly they were all gone. The whole bunch were wiped out. So they said that some devil had destroyed them. So forever after that was called Devil's Lake. At least that's one of the stories to account for the name. A town not too far away called Sholo was named because two men owned a ranch together, and they had an argument over how the ranch should be conducted. So they agreed to cut the cards. The one who showed low would win. So the town was named Sholo.